That's a tough one. You've got Rogue Squadron on N64. That was an amazing game. Flying through missions using Y-wings, X-wings, A-wings. It was awesome. It really gave you a feel for how the different ships kind of handled in the Star Wars universe and what their role were, whether they were like bombers or fighters or whatnot.
Dark Forces 2, to be exact. I believe it's called Dark Forces Jedi Knight 2.
It's all about Rogue Squadron 2. That one had all the first game's levels, but you can play co-op with a friend. Boom, better. It's like 2 games in 1.
F***ing awesome. It was the first game that you could just, you could just force choke a bitch. It was first person Star Wars with force choking multiplayer. What?
Then you got the Force Unleashed, which let you viciously murder Ewoks. That right there is enough to get an honorable mention. Whatever else happened in that game is really kind of irrelevant.
For any fan of vehicle demolition games, you had Star Wars Demolition. Get behind a bunch of famous Star Wars vehicles as respected heroes and villains, and it just felt epic.
There was that racing game, Super Bombad Racing. Super Bombad Racing. It was like Mario Kart, you had giant heads, but then it was the Star Wars universe, so it was kind of cool. I don't know, it was fun. You.
Oh, and I got to talk about Star Wars Connect. I mean, that game was just spectacular with its... I can't do that with a straight face. Star Wars Connect was terrible.
There were 2 good things to come from Episode 1. Darth Maul and Jedi power battles. You get to play through the entire story as a handful of Jedis, all with their own combos and force attacks. Plus, there was co-op. If you played your cards right, you could even play as Darth Maul.
Oh, there was that X-Wing versus TIE Fighter game. It was a flight simulator, but instead of just flying around, you shot people with lasers. That's the greatest thing about Star Wars anyways, lasers. Lasers and force chokes.
Now let's go back to N64, Shadows of the Empire. This game starts off awesome. First stage, Battle of Hoth. I remember being blown away as a kid. A good combination of space combat and a third-person shooter. It was the reason why I went on to read this book.
But in all seriousness, I think the game I liked best in the Star Wars universe was Battlefront 2. It just had such a unique approach to a class-based third-person shooter.
I guess the Old Republic was alright, right? It was okay. Pretty good game. I don't know.
The game even had space combat, dogfights, and kick-ass vehicles. Man, I can't wait for Battlefront 3. Oh, that's right, that game got canceled and will never happen ever. Thanks a lot, LucasArts.
Just give us the 3rd one already. Make it happen. Battlefront 3.
Battlefront was good. I would like to see another one of those. With more force chokes.